All right, guys, that was a PR. Went for a second little halfway push press, but my back does not like that position at all. It does not like the push press. As I dip down, what little arch tightness that I have is lost. Puts my spine in a really, really bad position. So that was a PR strict. And after a day like today, wow. Sitting out here drinking tons of coconut water, cranberry juice, electrolyte mix. And I had a client buy me a bottle of Woodford Reserve straight rye whiskey. Came in tonight. So testing that out, wow. I've always said I thought Woodford Reserve is a little too reserved. This solves it. That has the flavor to it that regular Woodford doesn't have, that I miss. Quite nice. So give me a few minutes. I want to, don't want to test my bicep, but I want to pick up a stone. I don't care if it's the smallest stone I got, and I want to load it just to get moving. So let's see what we can do here. All right, so you've torn your bicep and you want to make a comeback. This was my day to get back out here and do stones. Let me show you a little tip that might help you get started again. Now, obviously, you need to do all the rehab stuff that you should have been doing in the first place. You need to give yourself time. Even the smallest of bicep injuries should not be messed with for a solid 3 to 4 weeks. And even if it's just a sprain, well, sprains, even at a young age, are a 5 to 6 week issue. And guess what? I'm not young anymore. Now, if you've seen people tear a bicep on the Atlas stones, most of the time it happens with a light stone, one of the first stones right off the bat, or a stone that requires a little bit of extra grip, or a stone that slips, which is a lot of times where tacky and having that good grip really comes in handy. So I've got a small stone out here. Let me show you what I did today just to get back into the use of doing some stones and protecting that bicep as much as possible. And of course, obviously, you should have already went on ahead and warmed up that bicep, shoulder, and everything else in the process. And I'm not saying a warm up with some curls is going to help you from staving off an injury, but I am saying it's a heck of an assessment tool to know if your body's ready to come out here and pick up a rock. Okay, so nothing really changes. You want to make sure you got your tacky on. Don't be stingy with the tacky. I've got my sleeves on, even though this is a light stone, because it is a real life safety measure. Now, I tore the left one. I've torn both of them several times, but I tore the left one 5-6 weeks ago up here at the top, and I can still feel it from time to time. The entire bicep feels weak, and every time I do anything that uses that bicep, it just feels like it's kind of being ripped apart. It's really weak, really thin. So I don't want to use that bicep extra on the stone. The natural thing that you think about is rolling that stone over onto that arm. so you don't have to pick it up. But here's the thing. Most biceps happen on a smaller stone, or when it slips, whenever that arm, that wrist gets tucked up under. So you want to avoid that. Let me show you, I want you to try this on a stone. You got lots of tachyon. You get your spot where you want it, and to pick up that stone, because you've got lots of tachyon, so keep that arm straight. Don't squeeze. Don't squeeze with that hand. Don't bend that wrist. If you can, try to squeeze with just the forearm and a little bit of the wrist, keeping that arm as straight as possible on that stone for as long as possible. Now, once you got it here, you can probably get it close enough to grab it with those forearms and you'll be fine. But until you get it there, don't tuck that wrist just yet. At least not in week 1. Hope this helps, guys. Don't tear a bicep. Don't re-tear it.